Karibuni wote. Now, thank you all for coming at such short notice to this presser. I called on behalf of my client, LILIAN NGANGA. Now, how we will proceed is that LILIAN is going to read her press statement. If necessary, you will ask her a few questions. So that's really how it will go. So I'll start by introducing the subject. My client, as you all know, has until very recently was the First Lady of Machakos County, which I would like to distinguish between being the wife of the governor. She was simply the First Lady playing the role as a First Lady. She might explain herself. So as you all are aware, that relationship has ended, and it ought to have ended in a manner that would not provide any more media coverage that is negative. Unfortunately, the relationship has continued in a manner that attracts not only your attention, should attract your attention, but raises all our concerns as persons who are concerned about the civil liberties of any person who walks out of a relationship. So LILIAN has had a very trying time since she walked out of that relationship. She is distressed. She has done whatever she has tried to do to stop it. She has been to court. That has not stopped Dr. ALFRED MUTUA. She has gone to the police. That has not stopped Governor MUTUA. She is now speaking out because she cannot hold back anymore. So with that, I invite LILIAN NGANGA to address you. So you'll permit her to read her statement, and then you will ask questions. Give us 2 seconds so that your equipment is moved. And don't struggle too hard to write everything down. You'll be given the press statement so that can form the basis of your write-ups. Wait. 1 second. Okay. Everybody has their mic in the right place? Okay. LILIAN, you can remove your...
Good morning, everybody. I have a short statement to read. I ended my relationship with ALFRED MUTUA in early June this year. On repeated occasions, I've seen ALFRED say that we are still friends, and our separation has been amicable. These are Mr. MUTUA's usual theatrics and lies, as ALFRED and I have not spoken since August 2021. On September 8, 2021, Mr. MUTUA, accompanied by his police bodyguard, Martin Zinge, arrived at my apartment and took away a car that was fully registered in my name with a spare key that he had illegally obtained. Mr. MUTUA fraudulently transferred the ownership of the car in the logbook into his name and thereafter sold the vehicle to a third party. I filed a case which is pending in court, so I'll not comment further on this. I wish to rather state that the purchaser should be on notice that I maintain ownership to the vehicle. I call for a criminal investigation into this serious criminal offense by ALFRED MUTUA. Along the same fraudulent conducts, Mr. MUTUA recently and illegally transferred my shares in the Dash Enterprises, the hotel company, to his sister Anne Bandi MUTUA. Again, a clear act of fraud. At no point did I execute a transfer of my shares or otherwise transfer my 1,800 shares, that is 45% shareholding in the company, to him, let alone his sister. My advocates have managed to trace the transaction documents from the company registry. Here are the documents.
They are on the back. They are on the back of the presser.
Both documents have been lodged at the company registries together, effectively defrauding me of 90% of my shareholding in Dash Enterprises, a company I founded in 2014, indeed after my own high school nickname. I was called Rafting Dash in school, so you can ask everybody I went to school with. There's two documents which bear a stamp dated 12th and 13th August 2021 bear what resembles my signature, but not in original form. And clearly the signatures have been electronically superimposed. The transactions by Mr. Mutua are clear and obvious frauds, which he has committed in false and mistaken belief that he's above the law and will not be held to account for his criminal acts against me. I reported this serious crime to Kilimani Police Station under OB number 48/15/09/2021. Mr. Mutua is reacting to our separation. Was indicated that I wanted to move on with my life, he thought otherwise. At a meeting at Windsor Golf and Country Club on September 22nd, in the company of our two mutual friends, and over two criminal incidents, I requested Alfred Mutua for mature and amicable separation and reminded him that after all, we were not married. Mr. Mutua angrily termed me as his enemy number one and threatened to crush me to ash, as he takes away everything I have and everything I own. Indeed, this has already started, as he has demanded through his lawyers that I refund any money he has ever given to me or made available for my use. He also threatened to harm people close to me, and he demanded I apologize and retract the two statements I've made on social media regarding our breakup, which I obviously declined. He stated that he had offers from people to kill persons close to me and threatened that he will actually take up the offer to teach some people a lesson. He arrogantly said that he is a very important person in this country, very powerful, and he will and can get away with anything and everything he has planned to do to me and those close to me. He added that his social media machinery is ready and waiting to finish me. I put that in bold, finish me and my friends completely. On October 7th, 2021, I filed a case in the High Court of Milimani, Nairobi, for a restraining order because I believe my life and those around me are in danger. Mr. Mutua is fighting the restraining order by rubbishing my claims and wants the case transferred to Machakos, where he believes I'll be too scared to step and he's capable of, and I believe he wants to hire goons to bully and harass me when I attend court. Mr. Mutua has also further falsely accused me of abusing drugs and that I am being used by His Excellency Governor Kibwana and His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka to bring him down politically, which is complete nonsense, as I have never interacted with the two gentlemen at a personal level. I am publicly requesting Mr. Mutua to immediately return my property, cease threatening my life and of those around me, and stop his arrogance, abuse of power, manipulation, and bullying. He needs to get a life and he needs to move on. I therefore appeal to the Inspector General of Police and the Director of Public Prosecution to expedite the investigation and charge Alfred Mutua for the serious crimes he has so far committed, because I and my friends are scared and before anything else happens to us. Lastly, what I have described amounts to a form of GBV, that's gender-based violence, known as psychological and economic gender-based violence. Mr. Mutua is out to destroy me, both psychologically and economically, and must be stopped by the government. Any and every form of GBV must be shunned and the perpetrators punished heavily. I now understand firsthand how and why many women continue to suffer in silence, and especially if their partners or former partners are in positions of power and influence. I urge all women to speak up against any form of violence by partners who feel entitled and partners who simply cannot take no for an answer. Thank you.
So that is the statement of former First Lady Lilian. I invite you to ask a few questions in the few minutes that we have left. And of course, be sensitive to the fact that it is a relationship between two individuals that we are talking about here. But
I don't know what he wants, but I'm certain he wants to destroy me and, as they said, crush me to ash. That one I'm certain. And that's why I feel my life is in danger.